Chosen one. The air around you has shifted. You can feel it, can't you? The silence has become heavier, the glances linger longer, and even the smallest whispers seem to echo your name. There's something happening behind the scenes, something God has already seen. They're asking questions about you, questions that carry envy, fear, and hidden intent. You were never meant to fit in with them, yet now they can't look away. You've become the mystery they can't solve, the light they can't dim, and the topic they can't stop discussing. Their curiosity isn't innocent. It's spiritual surveillance. And heaven is warning you. Be careful who you trust when your name starts traveling farther than your own footsteps. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this very moment for a reason. The message you're hearing isn't random. It's divine timing aligning perfectly with your awareness. Write 99 in the comments. It's time to release your wish to the universe. Let your spirit speak through your words. If your soul woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. You've been chosen not just to be watched, but to be protected by forces unseen. They can sense that something in your energy has changed. You used to walk unnoticed, blending in with the noise of the world, but not anymore. Your aura has shifted from quiet to powerful, from hidden to radiant. People who once ignored you are suddenly drawn to you, yet they don't even understand why. Their questions sound harmless. What's different about them? Who are they really? Why does it feel like something follows them? But underneath those questions lies something spiritual, the recognition of divine presence. They can't name it, but they can feel it. Your elevation is exposing their confusion. They're trying to analyze something that was never meant to be understood by human logic. They talk in circles. They dig through your past. They replay your words, hoping to find an explanation for the light around you. What they don't realize is that you are wrapped in divine protection. The more they investigate, the more their own spirits feel restless because they are touching something sacred. God has placed a seal on your name, and anyone trying to uncover your mystery without pure intent is walking into spiritual danger. Don't be surprised when you start noticing strange patterns. The same faces showing up again, familiar names appearing in unexpected places, subtle signs that your presence is being tracked. Don't panic. This is confirmation that your purpose has begun to disturb the spiritual equilibrium around you. When chosen ones rise, their movement sends waves across both seen and unseen realms. You are awakening dimensions that others can only feel as confusion. Be still, because heaven is documenting every tongue that moves against you. You don't need to fight their curiosity. It's already turning into your testimony. Every question they ask is proof that your destiny is alive. They want to understand what they can't contain. They sense that something divine is unfolding, and it frightens them. But remember this: when God promotes you, people begin to investigate what they never valued before. It's not your job to defend yourself. Your glow is the only explanation they'll ever get. They're watching closer now. Chosen one. The energy in the air feels electric, almost like a storm waiting to break. You might not hear their words, but you can feel the weight of their thoughts pressing against your spirit. The questions have grown louder, bolder. Who do they think they are? Why does everything seem to work in their favor? How did they survive that? They speak in whispers, but heaven hears every syllable. You are being discussed in rooms your feet have never stepped into. People you've never met are trying to define you. But what they don't understand is that you are not just a person. You are an assignment from God, and those who touch your name carelessly are stepping into sacred ground. You're not here by coincidence. The universe has aligned this exact moment for you to hear this. You've been chosen to awaken, to realize the spiritual magnitude of your existence. This is not just another video. It's a mirror for your divine journey. Write 99 in the comments. It's time to release your wish to the universe and activate the energy around your destiny. Pour your heart into that comment, because the act itself becomes a prayer. If your spirit feels alive right now, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here with those who see beyond the surface. Your presence here is no mistake. It's divine orchestration. You've probably noticed how strange it's become lately. The sudden interest, the random messages, the energy shifts when you enter a room. It's not paranoia. It's discernment. Your spirit is detecting what your eyes can't yet see. They're studying you, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your light exposes what's hidden in them. Every time you walk into a space, energies rearrange. The room feels different. Some people feel inspired. Others feel threatened. You were never meant to be universally liked. You were meant to trigger truth. Be careful, because curiosity often hides intent. Some are genuinely drawn to your light. Others are quietly planning how to drain it. They smile, but their questions are loaded. How are you doing so well? What's your secret? Who helps you? They ask with politeness, but their spirit leaks envy. When God anoints someone, it makes others restless. Your peace becomes their confusion. Your faith becomes their frustration, and your progress becomes their obsession. That's why you feel spiritual resistance, because your energy has outgrown your environment. Don't explain yourself anymore. The more you speak, the more they twist your words. The more you share, the more they take without gratitude. It's time to let silence speak for you. When you say nothing, your presence says everything. God is using your silence as protection, not weakness. Those asking questions about you are unknowingly writing your story of victory. They are the background noise to your divine unfolding. You don't need to defend your name. Heaven is doing it for you. Stay calm. Stay grounded. Remember that curiosity fades, but truth endures. When they realize they can't find flaws in your spirit, they'll move on. But by then, you'll have already risen to the next level, untouched, unbothered, unexplainable. Because that's what happens when God hides his chosen ones in plain sight. Everyone sees them, yet no one can reach them. They can't stop talking about you now, chosen one. Even when your name isn't mentioned aloud, it lives rent-free in their minds. You've become a subject of fascination, a story they can't quite understand, but can't ignore either. Every move you make is observed, every silence analyzed. They're asking questions not because they care, but because they sense you've crossed into a higher dimension of purpose. You've shifted from being someone they knew to someone they can't explain. That's what divine elevation does. It exposes spiritual curiosity in others. You've outgrown the old version of yourself, and now they're left wondering what happened, how you changed, and why their access no longer reaches you. They'll say they're just curious, but there's something deeper driving it, a spiritual pull mixed with envy. The more they talk, the more they reveal their own confusion. They're trying to gather information, but what they don't realize is that heaven has already restricted access to your essence. You've been spiritually encrypted. Every time they try to understand you, their own reflection shows instead. That's why they become irritated, because you remind them of what they could have been if they had chosen faith over fear. It's important now, more than ever, to protect your energy. Don't give everyone your time. Don't answer every question. Not every conversation is a safe one. Some are spiritual traps designed to extract your peace. God is warning you not to over-explain, not to reveal too much. Those who truly love you won't need an explanation. They'll just feel the truth in your presence. But those with wrong intentions will always demand details, so they can use them as weapons later. Your silence is your armor now. You may feel isolated, misunderstood, even accused. That's because they're trying to fill in the blanks with their imagination. But God designed it that way. Confusion is part of your protection. They won't be able to trace how you keep moving forward despite everything that should have broken you. They'll whisper, "How are they still standing?" They'll wonder how your light didn't go out after the storms you've endured. What they don't know is that your strength doesn't come from them. It comes from divine preservation. You're being powered by something unseen, something eternal. The questions they ask are not just about your life. They're about your calling. Your peace bothers them because it's unshakable. Your glow intimidates them because it can't be fabricated. And your presence disrupts the atmosphere because it carries divine truth. The moment they decided to study you was the moment heaven began studying them. Every whisper, every false curiosity, every fake concern, God sees it. You are not the one being tested anymore. They are. So don't shrink back. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Keep shining, even if it blinds those who refuse to grow. Your life is a mirror that exposes spiritual laziness in others. Their curiosity is proof that your energy is rare. They're not asking questions because you're doing something wrong. They're asking because you're doing something right. The silence around you is not empty, chosen one. It's charged. The unseen world is paying attention. When God elevates someone, it's not just heaven that notices. Hell does too. That's why the energy feels heavier lately, why people's tone has shifted, why certain faces you once trusted now carry subtle tension. They've begun comparing their lives to yours, measuring your blessings against their doubts. It's not that you've changed too much. It's that your growth has revealed their stagnation. And now, instead of seeking their own light, they've turned their eyes toward yours, asking questions that were never meant for them to answer. You were warned for a reason. Some of the people asking about you are not doing so with love. They're doing it to collect spiritual data, to know what keeps you strong, what makes you glow, what you pray for at night. Their curiosity has become their obsession, and their obsession has become their downfall. Because when God covers someone, any attempt to uncover them is met with spiritual blindness. They can't see you clearly anymore. The old stories about you no longer make sense because you're no longer who you were when those stories began. They're trying to figure out what changed, how you went from silent to unstoppable, from forgotten to favored. They see doors opening for you that didn't open for them, and instead of celebrating, they investigate. But here's the mystery. They can't trace grace. They can't map divine favor. Every time they think they've understood you, God shifts the narrative again. That's why they're confused. Because your journey isn't being written by human hands. There will be moments when you'll feel eyes on you even when you're alone. Don't be afraid of that feeling. It's not paranoia. It's discernment. The chosen can sense attention even in silence. You're aware because your spirit operates at a higher frequency. But listen, your awareness is not for fear, it's for control. You've been given the power to observe without reacting, to perceive without panicking. You don't have to prove your innocence or explain your blessings. Every rumor that rises against you is already dissolving under divine truth. They don't realize that their curiosity is turning into a confession. Every question they ask exposes what their spirit lacks. Every time they mention your name, they feed your momentum. You are not being talked about because you're ordinary. You're being discussed because you're extraordinary. The light of God on your life demands attention, and attention always attracts inquiry. Be careful, but not afraid. You were built for this. You were anointed to walk under divine surveillance and still stay unshaken. So when you feel the whispers growing louder, stand taller. When their questions multiply, say less. Let your stillness confuse them. Let your peace disarm them. You are the storm they didn't see coming, not with thunder, but with quiet authority. You were never meant to explain what heaven has already confirmed. Your purpose is to keep walking while they talk. And in time, the same mouths that questioned you will have no choice but to acknowledge that your rise was divine, not designed. They're starting to realize, chosen one, that their questions won't unlock the mystery. The more they talk, the less they understand. Their words chase your shadow, but your spirit keeps moving forward, untouched. You've become something they can't categorize, too strong to dismiss, too protected to harm. Their curiosity is turned into frustration, their gossip into exhaustion. They keep asking, who are they really? But no one can give them an answer because your identity was never built on human definitions. It was shaped by divine fire. You are what happens when God decides to hide his masterpiece in plain sight. You've reached the point where silence speaks louder than explanation. Every unanswered question has become a wall of protection. You're learning that discernment isn't just knowing who's against you. It's understanding who no longer deserves access to your peace. The questions being asked about you are not yours to answer. They're theirs to wrestle with. Because when people are faced with something divine, they either honor it or they question it. And those who question what's sacred reveal the weakness in their own spirit. You were never meant to explain miracles to minds that thrive on logic. The truth is, you've become a walking disruption in a world addicted to predictability. Your energy doesn't follow the rules. Your blessings arrive without warnings. You recover too fast, rise too high, and glow too brightly for those still living in shadows. That's why they're curious, because you make the impossible look effortless. You are a divine contradiction, a living reminder that God still moves through chosen vessels. And that realization both fascinates and frightens those who can't understand how your name keeps surviving every attempt to distort it. Be careful now, because this is when curiosity becomes testing. They'll act friendly, ask soft questions, pretend to care. But what they're really seeking is information to use later. This is where wisdom must guide you. The same people who question you in secret will smile in your face. Don't hate them, just discern them. Keep your words measured, your energy clean, your circle small. God is filtering your surroundings through spiritual exposure. You're being refined by attention. The wrong eyes are revealing themselves one by one. And while they keep searching, heaven keeps elevating you. Their conversations are powerless against your purpose. The more they speak your name, the more heaven marks it with favor. Every whisper becomes a confirmation that you are moving in divine timing. You don't have to respond to their curiosity. You just have to keep glowing, keep walking, keep trusting. Because eventually, their questions will fade into awe, and their investigation will turn into admiration. The chosen are never fully understood, only witnessed. And that's exactly what's happening now. Chosen one. This is the turning point. The storm of questions, the whispers behind your back, the quiet investigations, all of it has served its purpose. You were never being exposed. You were being revealed. What they thought was gossip became your announcement. Every time your name left their lips, heaven wrote it in light. They thought they were dissecting your life, but they were documenting your rise. And now, the same voices that questioned you are about to witness something divine. A shift so powerful that silence will fall over every tongue that ever doubted your name. Understand this. You were never meant to be understood. God designed your story to be layered, sacred, and protected from the unworthy. They're still asking who you are, not realizing that the answer is written in your endurance. Every time you survived what was meant to destroy you, you became more mysterious to them. You should have fallen, but you didn't. You should have given up, but you rose higher. That's why they ask questions, because your existence defies logic. You're walking proof that grace can't be explained, only experienced. They will keep wondering how you keep winning in silence. They will ask how doors open for you without effort, how your glow remains even after battle. But you know the truth. It's not luck. It's alignment. It's divine strategy. What they see as mystery is really mercy. God has hidden your process to protect your progress. And every time they try to watch, they only see the surface. They'll never see the warfare, the tears, the private prayers that built your peace. That's why they envy the result, but can't handle the cost. Now listen carefully. The questions won't stop, but they'll lose their power. Soon, they won't ask out of envy, but out of awe. The energy around your name is transforming. God is turning curiosity into conviction. Those who once whispered about you will be silenced by the weight of your transformation. The same people who questioned your purpose will start asking how to find theirs. That's how divine justice works. It doesn't argue, it manifests. So walk forward, chosen one, with your head high and your spirit unshaken. You are no longer who you were when they first began talking. You've been refined by the fire of exposure and purified by the light of discernment. You've learned to live without defending yourself, to move without explaining, to glow without permission. Let them ask. Let them wonder. Let them talk. Because while they search for answers, heaven is already writing your next chapter, one they'll never see coming. You've reached the part of your journey where questions fade, but revelation begins. Every rumor has lost its echo. Every doubt has met its end. And now you stand in the quiet power of being chosen, unbothered, unshaken, unexplainable. Because when God says, "Be careful who asks about my anointed," it's not a warning to you. It's a warning to them. The time has come, chosen one. The storm has settled. The whispers have lost their echo, and the truth has revealed itself in divine silence. You were never meant to be understood by those who gossip. You are meant to be recognized by those who can see the fingerprints of God on your life. Every question they asked, every rumor they started, every attempt to decode your journey, it all became the instrument of your unveiling. You were the mystery they could never solve because your life was written in a language only heaven could read. Their questions were never really about you. They were about what you represent. The living proof that divine favor cannot be faked, and the destiny, once awakened, can't be stopped. God let them talk so they would reveal themselves. He let your name circulate so that hidden hearts would expose their true colors. What they meant for gossip, He turned into guidance, for you to know who's genuine and who's jealous. You were never being watched for destruction. You were being studied for protection. Each whisper became a spotlight showing you what needed to leave your life before the next elevation. And now that the truth is visible, you understand the deeper reason for the warning. Be careful. It wasn't about fear. It was about discernment. It was about not letting curiosity become contamination. Because not everyone asking about you deserves an answer, and not everyone watching your journey is clapping for you. But you kept your peace. You stayed silent when you could have spoken. You let grace defend you when pride wanted to respond. That's why your silence carries power now. Because it was born from restraint, not weakness. You've learned that strength isn't loud, it's controlled. The same mouths that once doubted you are now being forced to acknowledge your glow. They see your stability and wonder how you didn't fall apart. They see your rise and wonder who's behind you. They don't realize that your who has always been God. Every unanswered question, every rumor that dissolved, every evil eye that failed, all of it became the proof that your anointing is untouchable. You've become the living evidence that being chosen is both a blessing and a responsibility. People will study you, misunderstand you, misjudge you, and still fail to stop you. You've reached the level where their questions no longer sting. They serve as confirmation. When people talk about you in circles, it's a sign that you're expanding beyond their reach. You're occupying spiritual territory they can't enter. That's why their words hit the walls of your protection and echo back as confusion. They're trying to describe a miracle with human logic, and miracles cannot be explained, only witnessed. Now the tables have turned. The same ones who once asked, "Who do they think they are?" will soon whisper, "How did they do it?" And they'll realize it was never you doing it. It was God moving through you, step by step, moment by moment. You didn't chase attention. Attention found you. You didn't beg to be seen. Light made you visible. That's the difference between being popular and being chosen. Popularity fades, but divine purpose echoes through eternity. So stand still in your power now. Let your peace be louder than their curiosity. Let your growth be your only answer. The time for explanation is over. The time for manifestation has begun. You don't owe the world a response. Your blessings will speak for you. Every eye that once watched with envy will now witness your becoming. Every question that once carried doubt will soon carry awe. Because when God decides to make a statement, He uses the lives of those who remained faithful through misunderstanding. Be careful still, but not afraid. Their eyes can watch, but they can't touch. Their questions can circle, but they can't pierce. You've been sealed in divine light, hidden in purpose, and lifted by grace. You no longer move under observation. You move under ordination. You are the answer to your own prayer, the proof of divine timing, the manifestation of sacred patience. Let them keep wondering, chosen one, because some mysteries are not meant to be solved, only respected, and you right now are one of them.